Hello, my Geminis. Welcome to your monthly reading for the month of August. And I'm going to kind of keep the same format as I have in the past. I've just changed up a lot of the cards. So I'm excited to get in to see what this August has for you. As always, I like to start off the reading just by thanking the Creator for being here with us. We're so appreciative of your presence and your willingness and desire to be involved in our every moment of our life. And also, it would be a fun experience if it was always about judgment, but we know that you don't keep track of, anything that may be wrong or, any mistakes that we think we make, anything like that. You are here with us every day of our lives, full of unconditional love for us, not judging us, but experiencing life along with us. And we're so grateful for your presence and for that love. So thank you and welcome. We also welcome our large group, of course, of support on the other side, all those beings of unconditional love and light. We welcome you and thank you also for helping bring through messages today. All right. What we're going to start off first is just getting an overall message from the Creator on what your August is going to be looking like in general, kind of just like the theme of the month. So we're going to start off with these Angels and Ancestor cards by Kyle Gray, and we'll see what the Creator has for all you Geminis. All right, Creator, what do you want Geminis to know about their August, please? Okay, what do you want Geminis to know about their August, please? Okay, that one right there. And you've got winter, take care of your needs. So I love this. I love the little wolfies too. But so definitely August for you Geminis is going to be a time for you to prepare and take care of yourself. Don't leave your needs to be last. I have this picture in my mind of a farmer, like in the old West times, here in the United States, where you're preparing for winter because there's not going to be crops, there's not going to be a lot of stuff, so you're canning your food, doing all this stuff and getting ready for your winter. But what this advice is to take care and prepare for yourself and give you what you need, nurture yourself, because if you put everyone else first and are giving everything away, and then you are going to be not at your fullness when that time comes. So this is permission to put yourself first and prepare just for the change of seasons for you. There's going to be a change in your life coming up after August. I kind of feel like, going into the fall time. So, definitely September, October-ish is going to be a time where you're going to feel like just to pull away of some things in your life. And if you are giving all of your energy away, you're not going to, have that fullness for yourself, and you'll still get along and be fine whether you do this or not. It's just going to be much easier for you and much more fulfilling for you if you take this time during August to spend time on you and your inner world and preparing for your inner feelings and emotions that will be kind of going through, I wouldn't say a challenge because that sounds so ominous, but just through some learning experiences that you're wanting to go through in September and October. So, this is time for you, for the lone wolf time, and September, October is going to be like you go into your pack and experience some conflicts, with the other wolves in the pack. And so this is the time for you to gain that inner strength. And we'll see what else is in the book here too. So we've got winter. It says, do everything you need to be at your best, then move beyond your fears and limitations. For many of the animal realm, winter is a time of hibernation and retreat. You may wish to curl up in a ball, too. But although you may not feel as bright as you'd like to be, a primal force within is encouraging you to continue. The winter card, features a wolf, one of the few animals that stay active all year round. Wolves know what it's like to work alone or thrive within a pack. So if you feel you need to go it alone at this time, know that wolf medicine will help you move beyond your insecurities and relax in your own space. The extended message says you have an opportunity to move beyond your fears. Although you may feel in the dark, get comfortable with being in the unknown and trust that the light within you will sustain you through what may seem a challenging process. Ask yourself what you need to do to feel supported and alive. You may uncover something from your past that you have buried deep. Know that when you unearth it and shed light on it, you create space for miracles. You may feel like a lone wolf right now, but it's time for you to be the alpha. When the winter card arrives in the future position of a spread, or as the last card in a reading, it can also indicate that the coming winter will usher in important energies with regards to your question or intentions. So, Northern Hemisphere, that winter time, will come at the end of this year into the beginning. Those on the Southern Hemisphere, you're in winter right now, right? I believe so. All right. So I really feel like a big hermit card energy around this, if you're familiar with the major arcana and tarot, which we're about to pull from. But I really feel it's this time for withdrawing, to focus, to find your inner light, to look at those blocks, those things that are impacting your life and keeping your energy from flowing at its maximum, So as the other readings that I've done for monthlies, I take a tarot deck, I split off the major arcana from the 4 suits of the minor arcana, and I'll talk about those in a moment. But for the major arcana, it's going to be like this card here, where we're asking the creator what they would like you to know about overall energy in August. So it'll either be validation, confirmation, or additional information beyond this lone wolf, spending time for yourself, getting to know yourself, and looking inward. So we'll see what else the creator has to say for our Geminis. All right, creator, what else do you want Geminis to know about their August, please? Okay, I feel like that is the one there. And you got the Sun, which is a number 19, which actually breaks down to a 10 when you add 9 and 1 together, which is endings, and then 1 plus 0 is 1, which is new beginnings. This is plans that work out perfectly, amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations, gratitude for the blessings of life. And so I really feel, moving beyond the walls that have been up. And so the Sun is almost like the opposite of winter. This is like summer to me. So being Gemini, of course, you're used to having these 2 sides of things, right? And going from one to the other. So I really feel that the beginning of August, like the first half, will be a winter feeling. And then the second half, or maybe even to October, which would be the 10th month, is when the Sun, you feel like you come out of the wintry stage into more of this warm feeling. You're leaving behind those things that were blocking you. You're making this, announcement to the world with this trumpet, like, here I am, I'm out and ready, for to share my light and my brightness. So for some of you, it's going to be a fast thing and towards the end of August. As well, because I feel like 9 minus 1 is 8, 9 plus 1 is 10. So anywhere between the end of August and October. It's a general reading, so it's all going to depend on each individual person, because the more you pour into your inner work, the faster you flow through and come out of the winter into the sun. But as we all know, everyone at different parts in their life are more stubborn at different times in their life than others. So if we want to draw it out and learn slowly, dragging, we're holding on to things as we're being dragged through the experience, then it can last out until October. All right. So as I mentioned, the minor arcana, I split it off into the 4 decks, and the 4 suits are going to be representing 4 different aspects of your life. So we're going to start off with, actually, I think I'm going to do, normally we start off with spring here. I'm sorry, I got my cards out of, yep, here we go. So we're going to start off with spring, because spring is the fire element, so it's normally the wands in the regular tarot, and for the purpose of this reading, it's going to represent your spirit, so your spiritual journey in the month of August. So let me just shuffle these up here. All right, Creator, what do you want Geminis to know about their spiritual journey in August, please? Make it really obvious for us. We want a really clear, obvious message. We love clarity, that is for sure. And obviousness is good too. So we don't do subtle too well in the human realm, right? Okay, that is the one there. You got the 4 of spring. So the 4 of wands, it usually represents like a gathering or a ceremony, a joining together. And so it says, be grateful, you have much to celebrate, deep feelings of peace and happiness, a contented personal life. And for this being related to your spirit, I really feel that this is going to be a month where you really feel at home with yourself, and again, with this, doing this inner work allows you to connect deeply, in the Christian faith. It's like the bride of Christ, it's this joining together of your soul, spirit and soul with the Creator, right? With that unconditional love and that bonding to the higher realms. So I really feel that for you, this is going to be a month where you're taking this time to yourself. You realize you don't feel alone, right? You feel like you can step up this relationship and really get to know, this, your soul, your true soul mate is spirit, is the Creator. That is the one that brings you everything that you're looking for. We're looking for love in this life. We're told to look out, look for it out in the outside world. But that doesn't fulfill us for very long at all, if at all. And it keeps disappointing us and turning us inward. And this is that inward journey to go, you know what? The mother and father of all things, the Creator, has this relationship with you as like an only child. Like you have that type of relationship that you can have with that. I'm also putting out unity readings in the month of August. So those will come out around August 1st. So definitely look into that, because there's some great messages for that as well. All right, we're also going to pull some cards here from the Path of the Soul Destiny cards. It's by Cheryl Lee Harnish. See what else the Creator would like you to know about your spiritual journey in the month of August for Gemini, please. Okay, there we go. You got number 43, and I love these. I call them the ink blot test of spirit. You can see what you see in it, and I'll kind of zoom in here for the middle here. And we'll see what this means in her little book here. Universal connection. So the guidance you're now receiving is truly universal. Take time daily to connect with your guides and angels. They wish to connect with you as much as you wish to connect with them. They're working very closely with you, and you're being encouraged to journal at this time. This is a great story you're writing. It is your personal story, and it's unique to you and only you. Write poetry to express the emotions you're feeling. Write down your dreams and synchronistic events that occur. This card calls for putting your connection and experience with spirit into writing. So I love that. So definitely journaling, in some way, writing down all these connections that you're having, all these things that you're feeling, because it's like it helps make it feel more real. It's like cards. People who channel, messages from the creator and from spirit really don't need cards to do it. I've done it where I've been sitting around a fire, campfire, and people ask, what does the spirit have to say for us? And I get these messages that come out. But these help us, our minds, our human, apply these messages and attach these messages to this realm, because we like to see things. And so that's what I really feel with this as well, is about doing that. All right, and then let me take a look here. So next we're going to go into the winter, which got the winter card here. And the winter for these is really about your it's normally the it's normally the pentacles, which is the earth energy. And so we're going to use these to represent what your physical experience is going to be like. So whatever's going on outside of you, this is your spirit and your inward. This will represent your physical body itself, as well as the physicalness on the outside. So we'll see here. All right, Creator, what do you want Geminis to know about their physical adventure in the month of August, please? Okay. And I kind of feel I got my, when I moved, I had all my cards over here and I moved them over here. And I think I got them out of order, which, you being air signs, understand how you can get so much in your mind that you want things to be a certain way, that when it's not happening exactly as you want it to, you kind of get, a little miscombobulated or whatever. And so I feel like, okay, that happened for a reason. And that was the message for you, being an air sign. I'm an Aquarian sun, which that means I'm an air sign too. So I totally get it. I like things to be a certain way and organized. And I'm like, okay, I feel like it's out of order. But it's okay to flow through and let things just flow as well. Okay. So 7 of winter. And so there is a better choice, not seeing things clearly, running away from the truth. So I love this, 7 of winter, because this would be, this feeling of that there's so many different choices to make, that there's so many different ways out there. And we get stuck, like I mentioned, in our mind and in this external world, that things are supposed to happen exactly this way. But what I love about this winter, with this drawing in, this really just resonates and is synchronistic, that when it says you're not seeing things clearly, it wants to bring you inward so you can see things from this higher perspective. Stepping out of the fear ego, out of the fight or flight, and out of all that confusion. Just taking a deep breath and rising above. Step out of that fight or flight, which means doing a lot of deep breathing, getting away from things, even into nature, if you can. Just, in this winter, about pulling away from all that stuff that's causing so much chaos. It could be less time on social media, listening to the news, interacting with a lot of people, and getting away so where you can let all that noise simmer down to where you can hear more clearly from your heart, from raising your vibration to where Spirit speaks, the Creator, Holy Spirit, your angels, your guides, whatever your belief in higher powers are. That's what they vibrate at, with unconditional love and peace and joy and laughter. So raising your vibration and focusing on that, getting rid of as much noise as you can out of your life, allows you to hear clearly and get those messages. So I really love that for you. We're also going to pull a card here from the Native Spirit Oracle cards here. We'll see what else the Creator would like you to know. All right, Creator, what else do you want our Geminis to know about the physical world in the month of August, please? Okay. And you got Spirit Keeper of the West. And here's all those beautiful trees here. And we'll see what message comes. All right. So this has to do with transformation. I'm having trouble talking today. Letting go of the old. Initiation, illumination, harvest. Gather your inner resources. If it doesn't feel right, don't go ahead. Trust your heart. Chaos brings positive change. Almost all change comes out of turmoil. Don't be concerned if there's confusion in your life. It will all work out. So I love that, because this is all about, I talked about confusion as well, and, about making those choices here. And, it says chaos brings positive change, and that's what's bringing you to this, winter where you're kind of pulling back. There's been so much chaos in your life and so much lack of peace. That's what's pushing you. You've had enough. You want to find out what's going on, and that's why it's going to be easy for you to, make this step away. And if you're like, well, I'm not ready for that yet, just know that when our fears outweigh those ugly feelings of not being ourselves, we delay. But when that ugly feeling outweighs the fears, then it just makes it a real easy choice to go into that spot. So the sooner, like I mentioned before, the sooner you step into this inner experience, the faster you'll move through to the sun. But if you're resisting, it just gets louder and louder and louder, to where these feelings outweigh your feelings of fear, and then you move into it. So just know it's totally up to you. There's no judgment, no pressure. You get to have your own experience, but they just want you to know that, hey, just in case you want to know, the sooner you let go and go into this, the sooner you let go of these just these feelings and thoughts, and we'll talk about thoughts and feelings here in a sec, but all these beliefs that you have anchored you to the outside world in that chaos. The sooner we let go of that chain, it allows you to move into the center of the storm, the eye of the hurricane, where you can have peace and joy and laughter and unconditional love. While you're out in the storm and you have something anchoring you out in the storm continues to whip you around, and you're staying out there. So It also goes on to say that your native spirit wants you to know that in the medicine wheel, the west is the direction that symbolizes the fiery setting sun, autumn, the waning moon, and the time of harvest, and the tumultuous years of teenagers in the human cycle. Oh, joy, joy. Out of the chaos arise illumination and transformation. In order for the new to ignite in your life, it's necessary to let go of the old. Sweep away the debris. The spirit keeper of the West reminds us to slow down our rapid growth and harvest what we have attained. In the autumn, leaves are burned to make way for new growth. Release the dross in your life to make way for new growth. And if you don't know what dross is, like when they purify gold, they put it in a fiery furnace and it gets harder and hotter and the impurities come to the top and they scoop it off and they continue to raise the temperature and more impurities rise to the top and they scoop off that stuff. So it's all those things that are no longer serving us are coming to the top, and that's what this is about. And I love these cards. They come with a journey that you can or cannot do if it resonates with you or not. It says, stand facing the west and the setting sun. Imagine that all limitations and blockages in your life are flowing from your heart and into the sun. As the sun sets, it carries with it your cares and concerns to be transformed by its purifying energy. Beautiful. I love that. So, I'm always talking about the sun there. All right. And then we're going to move into, this is the autumn cards, which this represents swords and the air element. And so this is all about our mindsets, our beliefs, our mental attitudes, like our mental state. But we're going to call it the mental adventure for the month of August. All right, Creator, what do you want Geminis to know about their mental adventure in August, please? Okay. And you got the Two of Autumn. It's beautiful fairy cards here. And this is bring fun into everything you do. Juggling multiple priorities or jobs, an exceptional talent for multitasking. And I love this. This is normally the Two of Swords, which usually has someone blindfolded with, two swords crossed and this ocean behind them. And what that really, for me, means is the decisions that have to be made and the awarenesses that come and the mindsets that you have going on, that it's an important time to close your eyes to all the logical and even kind of the letting go of the old ways. Get out of your mind, which I know, again, our signs were like, but logic, what I see, what I've learned, what I know in my brain. But this is about closing our eyes and getting in touch more deeply with our spirit, with our soul, with our heart and our intuition, and to trust those things to make our decisions, or at least balance it and have it, include both, not just go purely with logic, but to bring in your heart and your gut and your intuition and your what makes your heart sing. We're taught so much by the outside world of these are all the supposed to be's and should be's and what you need to do and what you should do. And our mind tells us, well, that's what I should do. So that's safer. That'll make everyone happy. Let me do that. But in your heart, there's like, but I want to do this. I want to do this. And you're here to experience this life and to have fun too. So, make these choices that make your heart sing, not this other thing. And that's what this also has to do with, when you withdraw into yourself and you're nurturing yourself and putting yourself first and looking at all that, you get to go do things you want to do. You don't have to fit into the pack and go with the pack. You can be a lone wolf and go off and do things that you enjoy. Okay, we're also going to pull a card here from the numerology guidance cards. Just who else the Creator would like you to know about your mind. Your mental journey and adventure in August. All right, Creator, what else do you want our Geminis to know about their mental adventure, please? What else about their mental journey? Make it really obvious. Okay, yeah, that one is the one that is calling, so we will use this one. Yep, 27. Spiritual partnership. So I really feel, again, this is that message of two, that there's, this other part of you that you want to interact with. And so spiritual partnership, is like, oh, I need to be with other people and have a spiritual partner or be part of a group. But I really feel for this month, because of this Four of Spring with this, bride of Christ, or that gathering together and bonding of your soul with the Creator's soul, it's about that type of relationship for you for this month. And no, that doesn't mean you're going to die, and that's how you get that relationship. This is about having a physical, being here physically on the earth and being able to expand your spiritual and soulful connection with the other side. So this card indicates a time when significant spiritual relationship is about to be forged. Perhaps it comes in the form of a friendship between like-minded souls, or a similar journey toward enlightenment, or maybe it's a master-disciple relationship where an important individual enters your life. The saying goes, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear, and when yours arrives, he or she will assist you in expanding your spiritual growth. During the course of this relationship, you will play the role of both teacher and student, and the wisdom gained from this experience will enhance your connection to Source, to the Creator. Perhaps a spiritually minded person will broaden your understanding of the divine. Maybe you become a catalyst in another spiritual journey and help that individual on his or her path. Regardless the form of this spiritual relationship takes, it will serve your greater good. In order to improve your current situation, you're being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycle of your life, cycles that are leading you toward a significant spiritual relationship. So pay attention to the speakers, teachers, and authors whose teachings you respect. Be on the lookout for people on a journey similar to your own. Embrace the opportunity to enhance your spiritual growth. And the affirmation for this card is, through a sacred spiritual relationship, I deepen my connection to Source. So exactly as we were talking about on there. And sometimes, when it talks about that master-student kind of relationship, that can also mean, it doesn't mean it has to be in person. You might come across someone on YouTube, or an author like it mentioned, or someone offering, web seminars or webinars, something that speaks to you, you'll be drawn to, and that is what helps you expand there. All right. And then lastly, we have Ace of Summer. And for this, this is going to represent your, normally it's cups and water, and that represents our emotions. So this will be your emotional journey in the month of August. And I'm not sure if I got all these spring, winter, autumn, and the summer with the correct suits of the regularly are, but I feel that if it did get disrupted from the normal ones, just know that it was from Spirit, because these are matching up exactly as they are destined to. So I'm thinking, going, are these all right? And Spirit is saying, it's always right. I guided you to do it correctly, so just stick with it. But just in case any of you that are really familiar with these fairy tarot cards, if it's not correct, let it go. Because the Creator is bringing the perfect message regardless, if we think that those things were absolutely correct. So that's hilarious. All right, Creator, what else do you want Gemini, or what do you want Gemini to know about their emotional journey in the month of August, please? Geminis and their emotional journey for August. Make it really obvious for us, please. Okay. And you got the 9 of Summer. And this says, wishes come true, dreams fulfilled, a magical time in life. And I love this. So this really would be the Nine of Cups, is kind of the wish card. And you can see all that magic that's going on, all these dreams coming true. It's almost like Cinderella and the fairy godmother in a way. But so yeah, the emotions that you feel, especially as you focus on your inner side, and this really represents this feeling of the sun as well, that once you do this inner investigation and reflection, that as you let go of these blocks that are kind of keeping that energy flow, you're moving them out of the way. You just feel this flood of all this energy and all this emotion, which that magic is like the essence of unconditional love. It's the Holy Spirit, the energy that flows from the essence of the Creator. So as you evaluate and go through this journey here, the emotions that you feel as you move through it, you just get brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter on the inside. Your emotions just start to feel like you're overflowing with this unconditional love and fulfillment, because things out there disappoint us, but things in here fulfill us. Things out there might make us satisfied for a second. Like I always say, it's like eating Chinese food, like American Chinese food. A couple hours later, you're hungry again. But this food on the inside that we get from the unconditional love of the Creator is what makes us and fills us up. All right, we're also going to pull a card here from the Fairies Oracle, just to get the final message that the Creator has for your emotional journey for August, and it'll also be the last card for this reading. All right, Creator, what's the final message you have in this reading for our Geminis, please? Okay, there we go. It says, make music. And I love that card for you. It's harmony. It's, you hear, it's music to my ears. Again, I really feel like if it's music that doesn't resonate with you, it's noise, right? But when it's music that you love, you just feel that. And that's kind of what I feel with that lower frequency. Fear-based stuff is like noise, but when you are connected and you have this flowing, it feels like harmony. It feels like music to your ears. It's so enjoyable for you instead. And let's see what else this says here in her book. So it says, express yourself with music. The fairies urge you to sing, play a musical instrument, tap your fingers, or crank up the stereo. Music lifts the soul to new heights. It alters your mood and the outlook. The fairies play music at their celebrations because they know its therapeutic value. By drawing this card, you're guided to surround yourself with music. Any type of music that will stir your soul is appropriate. The fairies are especially fond of joyful, fast-paced music because it stimulates a festive mood. Like a festive mood, right? Play music yourself or have music playing around you for the next few days and notice how your mood and energy levels elevate. You may find that you are drawn to new types of music or to a type of music that you enjoyed a long time ago. Make note of any songs that you repeatedly hear on the radio or in your mind. The lyrics or the memories evoked by the song could contain a message for you that will answer a particular question you may have. The affirmation for that card is, deep within my soul, I now accept and experience the healing power of music. And that's a great card to end up on because, when we were talking about taking a step back and away, from social media. And so really being aware of what you're, eating with your mouth, hearing, smelling, touching, all of those senses. And so especially music can be such a mood changer depending on what you're listening to. So I love that message of it's going to be a good time to be to yourself in the month of August, knowing that you're not alone and that at the end of this journey, you're going to feel so much more free. And then you come out on the other end, definitely into the sun. So, just know that that time is coming. The sooner you go into this, the sooner you'll come into that. So just know, as you're going through the month of August, every second of every day, you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And I love you too. We'll talk to you soon. You take care. Bye-bye.